What's going on, guys? We're back. Some more Star Rail. So, after doing the test, or the trial for Casters, by the way, I can absolutely see why everyone has a problem with this character. And this is without the passive, right? Even if the passive wasn't in the game, right? This character would still be kind of busted, in my opinion, after kind of messing around with her, but anyway. Like, absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why they felt the need to keep this character the way she was. Ridiculous. It's also the reason why I'm not really concerned or worried about characters and, like, endgame and stuff anymore, because, like, I can't run or play any of the characters I want to play, right? It's pointless to try and get characters you actually want to play when they're constantly shoving the newer characters down your throats. It's one of the biggest problems I have with gacha games currently. As far as I'm aware, I don't think Lua has done anything like that. I'm pretty sure you can still use, like, like, you can still get away with using some of the older characters. Right? Not all of the older characters have been ruined by the newer characters yet, at least in that game. Personally, I think. But that's besides the point. I messed around with the anniversary event. I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't really care about the anniversary event too much. But yeah, this character's stupid. Oh, where were we? Oh yes, we're going back to the main story. Switch back to Treebee's perspective. But no, like, honestly, it's just getting to a point where I'm just gonna take a break and just start branching out more. I kind of started to do that a little bit with Rivals and Stardew, but I kind of want to add more in my rotation for games that I actually stream. There was one game I was thinking about picking up and adding into my stream rotation. It's kind of similar to a game kind of like Fire Emblem, but not really. It's kind of similar, part of the same genre anyway. But I don't know if I'm going to pick that one up or not. I was also thinking about picking up Stellar Blade, because I haven't played Stellar Blade yet, and I really wanted Stellar Blade. I played the demo. I just kind of forgot to actually pick up the actual game.
What happened here?
Among some other games and stuff. Some of them I have, some of them I don't have, but...
What? Watch out! For the Crimnoan. This is...
Aggie, now's not the time to dwell on that. Let's help the injured people. Excuse me, coming through.
Hyacinth.
Oh, you two are here as well. That's
Yep. I mean, you're the #1 doctor currently on hand, so it's a good thing you're here, actually.
The Twilight Courtyard is involved? What in the world happened here? I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I got here, I saw all these people lying on the ground. I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill. It feels like...
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam? Where is the manager of the bar?
He disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to. Some people have been saying that the Crimnoans are behind this. Lady
Let these people rest. The two of you...
I feel like the council is kind of trying to start up trouble, to be honest, and cause friction between the civilians and the Chrysos heirs, which is not great.
Have you thought of something, Aggie?
Yes. While their intentions elude me, it's time to bring this...
What's going on?
Oh, mighty. Yep.
The culprit is... Oh.
What did you do to...
It's just another...
As I expected. On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City. But they're still impulsive. Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finan indulged.
Uh-oh. So it's just Finon and Mighty just causing problems as usual.
Am I seeing things? Is the magnificent deliverer finally dating?
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response. I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long since
I didn't forget.
Then?
In twilight's last gleam, Makima stands bold. Her walls dreaming of her fruitful gardens, pilgrims arrive from distant lands. Figs and olives, so grand.
I'm actually wondering something about Castris, though. Because I feel like they kind of spoiled a bunch of stuff with one of the trailers that they kind of put out, and I'll tell you what I mean. They kind of alluded to or hinted at that Castris could potentially be the last one standing out of all the Christos eras. Which I find very, very interesting. I don't know why they would put out such an important detail like that in a trailer like that and potentially end up spoiling the story for Amphorius, but that is just my opinion. Maybe that's not how things are going to play out, but I just thought it was very interesting. It's like, wait a minute, why would you reveal this to us now when we haven't really gotten too far or super far into Amphorius, right? Because this is supposed to last an entire year, right? This entire Amphorius 3.0 or whatever is supposed to last an entire year, or for the full year. So, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense a little bit, but I don't know. This is why I try to avoid watching like character trailers and stuff like that, because they tend to spoil a lot. At least it feels like they spoil a lot, but they could pull a 180 and just completely blindside us with something. So,
what are you playing at this time?
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the crown prince of Kremnos knows how to...
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak...
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home. Just as Akama is distant from many people.
I know how to interpret poetry, Hyacus.
Scoundrel. Wasn't called him a scoundrel.
To be profound.
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still...
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Mightimos, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos, wish to defy tradition that has endured among your people?
Still thinking about what I should do.
Never mind. It's probably not an idea. It does strike me, though.
Go ahead. Let's see what terrible ideas...
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. Come, Mightimos. Let's this time. We'll see who can stay in a super hot bath for longer. What? Are you chickening?
The phrase chickening looks like I'll have to teach you.
Oh, this is what happened before.
And thus, with unparalleled effects, we can't see what's happening in the competition. Why don't I Do you recall the legend of the Gorgo lion mentioned by a certain veteran? The central... Long before the dawn of Erechrysia, the two started their timeless battle on the plains of Tritos. The lion regarded the oryx as its food.
So, I may not be playing Star Rail nearly as much going forward, but I still am going to try to play Zenless, because I am enjoying Zenless still. But I might replace Star Rail with something. I just got to figure out what I want to replace Star Rail with. If I want to start streaming another game besides instead of Star Rail. Because I have Star Rail, I have Zenless, and then I have Wuthering Waves, and then Stardew Valley, and yeah, Marvel Rivals currently are all the games that I stream. I'm trying to figure out what else I kind of want to add into that.
Tens of
Throw into the
thousands of
mix, I
years,
guess.
without respite. It fixated on. It set its sights on. It was stuck. It had nowhere to on the land, and at last.
My lords, would
What? Get lost.
are you asking me to get lost?
Do.
Oh, please forgive my.
What a spectacle of folly.
This is what you get for daring to challenge a Kremnoan without unders.
What I'm saying is, your little game dragged down quite a few innocent souls along.
Personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our formidable presence.
This isn't fair.
He's just dying there.
Way less than I am.
Is this the latest trend now?
Don't look at me like that.
Very well. Let us bring this farce to a close, shall we?
Man, the council might use this as a chance to just shut up and embarrass the shit out of the Chrysosayers, bro.
Alas, the flame chase journey is destined to be a link.
But thanks to those two, although we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Memorial Palace this. Such an empty bath is indeed a rare. I was looking forward to unwinding after work. I'd be delighted to accept your invitation. How about we go to the biggest bath?
Honestly, so far, the only thing that's really keeping me interested in this story is kind of what's going on with March. That and what Herta has planned, and potentially Black Swan's plans as well for Amphorius. Those three character arcs, or character stories, or subplots are really the only ones that I'm actually interested in right now.
Let me check. The water temp.
So,
It's so good. But Lady Treeby, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us? We will have to pass. After all, we've become children.
please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of.
Oh, are you curious about us? I am, but something tells me that. Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't discuss. The truth is, a long, long time ago.
Oh, so she actually did tell him.
You're an adult just like Aggie. Then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis's divinity and gained the power of passage. And in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Treeby and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in body and mind.
We don't know what awaits us at the end either. But anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
So wait, they split their souls, they de-aged, and now every time they use their power, they de-age even more? It seems like a very heavy price, if you ask me, to pay.
In that case, when you opened that giant sentry gate above Akama during the battle. Oh, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase journey won't. Maybe we can find a way to.
Denial. You're indeed an Axis student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacin.
Wait, no. It's Trinan.
Trinan is in danger? Okay, so now we gotta go find another one of the other of Trivy's personalities,
I win this round of the
and try and save her.
How does one contender alone make a valid
Offering a compliment or
I love Finon, man.
hi. What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm like an Inu to a weak hyena. By the way, you emphasize the completely wrong syllable.
Though we've been acquainted for some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremnos.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine, but when it comes to...
You can lie.
Yes, but actually no.
If you don't have...
That was an...
Worry about yourself first.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Ides Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams, and in the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes.
Yep, he still hasn't overcome his fears.
Ides Elysiae ablaze with everyone. My family. Blood red half-sun hung in the sky. Just like on that killed Cyrene.
Cyrene.
But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried an ominous...
The Black Tide.
The trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this...
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that...
That's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Magnus.
You finally picked up some manners.
I think he's being genuine though this time.
Then what about you, Mighty?
There is no word for fear in the Kremlin.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma at the trial. As well as... Hephaestion. Perdiccas.
See, this is what's annoying me too, is this.
Ptolemy.
The story
And possessed
is very irritating.
ever since I returned from the Sea of Souls.
It's good, but there are pieces of the story that could definitely be better, and they are not, and it is frustrating. It's like, how do you go from this to super expressive storytelling like Zenless and Wuthering Waves? Explain it to me. Explain it to me. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
10 years were arduous. The wind in the wilds of Amphorius smelled like rust. Hephaestion would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink.
It's like Hoyoverse is purposely sabotaging their older games.
On the battlefield.
They make these newer games
Foes without so much as
that improve and add a lot of stuff that players want, while leaving the old games to just kind of rot and stagnate, and I hate it.
Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Leonius was a swift runner, and our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library. And then there was Possesta.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these five. And their names.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma. Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Laidon in the second month of cultivation. In the end, his remedies mended all but himself.
Mightimus, do not.
Yeah, this is kind of sad. We're really getting some
By bestowing a noble
Mighty Moses' backstory.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months. On the night of the fiercest storm, our foes launched...
Idonia. Is that the city Castorus used to...
Yes. zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death. They cornered us in the bottomless swamp. Leonius covered for our retreat. They cut his legs off. He vanished into the mire of a foreign land.
This is perfect. Mighty Most. I can
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, Altney and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our...
Mighty Most, please.
So this would explain why he's so torn about continuing Kremnoan tradition or leaving it behind.
But the immense weight of Amphorius' entire history.
Then, it was Pacesta. He lured the enemies into the city of Aenionis with his melodies, buying us invaluable to our enemies. Consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire. His final words were recorded on a small clay tablet, fractured by the...
Mighty Most.
And at last, my most trusted friend, Hephaestion. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. A sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father. He hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnoan dying on a sickbed. I would be a laughingstock to everyone.
Hephaestion, my dear friend.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here, he couldn't stop destiny from taking me.
No! None can take you. Mighty Most.
Our king.
Yeah, he was left all alone after all of his friends sort of died off one by one.
What a grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
My father threw me into the sea of souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on his head. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there. Against the dissent of many, Prateros included, I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akama. But I know that their glory will never be. The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nigador, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So, you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
See, he's not sure yet. He's very conflicted.
I don't know. I have never been crowned. Those 5 were never endowed with any titles. None is aware of their glory.
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I can give you any useful advice. Maybe, and that teacher of yours, Krateros?
Dee, we've got a big problem.
Lady Tribby, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trina. She got abducted by Krateros.
Dude, what now? Got abducted by who?
Prateros, what's going on?
It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerability.
Aglaya, I demand.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis. He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
Is she telling the truth?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate. If you want to run away from your destiny to become king, then keep running. Someone will eventually stand up and fill in the gap left by strife. Then they will lead our...
Age has blinded you. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
Krateros, Do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy? Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaia? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac. The prophecy of Genesis and the flame-chased journey are just excuses for you to...
Silence! Kratos. Do you even...
Are you defending this woman, Mighty Mos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? How many cities fell in the past millennium? Their people massacring each other. Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
Are you done talking? By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. I am allowed, Kratos. Your actions are unforgivable.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal. Someone has to resolve this. Lord Kratos did not use violence to harm us. We can sense that his anxiety stems from his concern. Please, Aglaia, hear us.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Kratos. We wish to earn your trust.
Yes, you know, this is very, very interesting. He's like, if you don't want to take matters into your hands, I'll just take them into my own hands instead.
How are you going to show me something that has no form?
You've heard about that Outlander, right? She has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can complete. You will ask for her aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanisopolis, we will show you everything from that distant memory.
A fair proposal.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom. That is my one condition.
It is not the first time I've been made teacher. Forgive me, young master. But ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos.
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people. Wise as you are, I refuse to believe that you can't see it.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. A smart person can only choose to tangle himself with a If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood.
Yeah, stop being so hesitant.
Then prove it to me one just as you did back.
In other words, stop being so hesitant.
A fierce fighter. I did not expect such heroism from a female. Akim, fulfill your duty as the victor. And tell me your name.
As if you have any... Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Mighty Mos. I'm here to finish.
It is you, the beast spurned by all. So you did defy death. The prophecy was true. You will bring an end to my criminal.
Defy? You're wrong. As for you, you already stand at death's door, Father. Hyakis! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence now.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown. Coronate yourself with an old king's blood and inherit it all.
No. I don't want the crown. Listen. There's only one...
So he didn't even want to be king.
That crown means nothing to me.
He didn't even want it.
All I want is your life.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall. You and I will now. The son of Borgo is destined.
What happened? Where are we?
Kratos, he said
the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Grand Craftsman.
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come, I knew.
You knew I was...
Your matters, I've heard. The path forward you seek.
I'm very interested to see where they go after Amphorius, because we still got a lot of loose ends.
But before that, take this.
What's this?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos. Look,
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
a long time to fish out it took. Very...
I can hardly imagine how much patience and courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring in the Sea of Souls.
Gratitude there is no need for.
Yeah, okay.
You're saving the questions you bring with you. Ask now.
Fate I've always denied. It's finally caught up. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy. Chrysos heirs, Council of Elders, the Kremnoans.
Yet hesitate still you do. Hesitate, why do you, young...
Because of my people, then
He wants something better than just an
the elder
endless
children.
bloodshed.
Hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for home. They've all been waiting for this day. For the day
Yeah, that
King
too.
returns.
He just wants to give them something better.
Children of Strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions in song.
This is not a good thing.
Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past...
Yeah, he wants to break the cycle of bloodshed, that's why.
Vengeance. Start wars, become prosperous. Decline. I accept that fate. Become the totem of strife. And lead my people into repeating the same mistakes. Then of course I would be taken.
A different kind of Kremnoan.
He sees a better opportunity, a better future, better way for his people than just constant bloodshed and nothing else.
Mama! Mama!
Oh, now what did you dream about, my darling Trebios?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails.
Well, that sounds like a lovely dream.
Yeah! The ocean and the sky were really the ocean wind blew us onto an island where the winds tasted like flowers. They were bleeding.
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages. Perhaps what you see in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphorius. What's wrong, Trebios?
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other. The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain. Then there was a bang. Mama, does something...
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in Amph. We call it the Black Tide, though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can swallow up animals, human.
Oh.
Of course, my dear.
Yep, okay, I do like this. We're getting more Kirby stuff too.
Listen to what the adults tell you. Study all the knowledge. The divine Giannis will then give you guidance and help you.
Well, I'm gonna eat a lot. But, Mama, you said the black tide can swallow up titans too. What?
If that happens, then the Holy Maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path. After all, we are the human avatars of the God of Passages.
Yeah.
But one person alone is not enough. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends. You must do your best to unite them.
Yep.
Are they also like me and Mama?
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart and
Mama? Am I...
I mean,
Don't
kind
be
of.
silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too. Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Trivios is the smartest girl. I'm sure they will.
The voice sounds so far away. I don't remember.
Your friends who will chase the black tide away.
Is this from my child? Use the spindle to connect everyone.
There will be an amazing...
Wow,
Of course you can. I think that there's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also very delicate.
like Mama?
Perhaps.
I know! I named this doll. I don't remember it all.
Yeah, it seems like you're... Yeah. It seems like, you're in the past currently, I think.
That chest! You can't... Huh? It's holding a...
Many years later, many brave...
Ooh, I can learn how to fight too, and
Silly girl.
Yeah, this is when you were whole. Yeah, this is before you were split.
Duty to fight.
Alright. Then where will...
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city. Though each has their own troubles, both are...
In that case, let Trianne fight by this way. We'll always stay on... How could I have known the name Trianne back then? Was it just a coincidence?
I don't think so. Yeah, I'm starting to see why this is confusing to her.
to know both astronomy and geography.
Isn't Yanis's knowledge enough?
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land. It's
Yeah.
easy to get lost.
I'm starting to get tired
That's why
again.
it's important to learn to recognize the miracle of Aquila.
Alright. Even though my brain is already super duper smart, I'll still try my very best.
Circe also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar as everyone's teacher.
I want to be a teacher too. Oh, wait.
Why not? But if you're going...
And Trinan can do it. She's
Trinon.
brave and
Trinan.
a great teacher. Mama and the others always said that I had. But now, I can't.
I feel like it's a bit of both.
Let's line them up.
I feel like it's a bit of both.
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? Oh, my lovely treaty.
How is your mom speaking to you right now?
What's gotten into you today? Well, you might...
What the dolls? It's rotating. And I can.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful music. Out of all your inventions, it's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune. Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate.
Okay, now this I'm starting to like.
Molded life with their hands.
I'm having a little bit of fun with this actually right now.
Calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living.
Don't get me wrong, like, the story still has its issues, but it has its moments every once in a while.
Thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls? O great Kephale, all all-knowing father of stature soaked with light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden bloods converging into a boiling river that flows to the...
Yeah, I think we're gonna play some Zenless and try and do Trigger's story. Uh-oh.
What's going on?
What's going on right now?
Please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living dead, the ghosts. What is this world? It mirrors your maze like fate. What is this?
Is this the Black Tide?
Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is it? Lonely and subdued. And subdued. And subdued. 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 Subdued.
Okay, now this is getting kind of creepy. You're kind of scary.
What's going on?
Run! Traitors, run! The black tide has arrived.
Uh-oh.
Where can I go?
Uh-oh.
What's this?
I don't like this. This is not good.
Why? Are there souls everywhere?
This is the sacrifice of all you won't make it to the end. Only one person can.
No, it's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Bid your farewells, trees. Time is running out.
Alright, let's go before we're consumed by this place.
My sweet girl. I will never leave you. But remember this, Trevios.
Uh-oh.
All shall bid farewell to one. And that person alone will... Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide. And I shall see you tomorrow.
Yeah, this is not good. So suddenly, that feeling I had...
Are we?
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe.
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty of time to rest. It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who
Aggie, cut it out.
I'm just kidding. If I were serious. Do you want to talk about the dream? Keeping it bottled up isn't...
The dream itself was nothing. It's just the...
You mean...
It's Trian, even if we refrain from ever using the...
bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live out her days as a carefree child.
You have a point, Aggie, but connected body. If that body were a tree, and its trunk and branch now, we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of a trunk, we can choose how our branches will perish in a way that is most beneficial to the flame tree.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade away before me is even more sorrowful.
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us. You've already agreed on...
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow... What? What?
After all this talking, we're feeling a bit hungry. Plus, if you remember when we first met...
While my emotions might be fading, those memories are still as vivid. Please, let me do it. Well,
It's fine! Then, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, this is not good. Maybe my prediction...
Nevertheless,
was not far off.
Nightmare is ominous. And just as expected, another trip must be made into the abyss of fate. Hopefully yours.
Are we switching perspectives again? Oh, Anaxa. Haven't talked to you in a minute.
Long time no see, Professor.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics. It's no way. Do you really still remember that?
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here? Surely you're not...
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have a...
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment. Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumor. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword. At least, it looks like a greatsword. It's shaped like a twist and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack.
Oh, I was right. It is this thing. The one who torched Aedes Elysiae to the ground.
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akama stands a chance.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that. That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any...
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond and...
It's possible.
The Stellaron.
Much like the Black Tide.
It's the Stellaron. It has to be the Stellaron.
Must overcome.
That has to be why.
We? Drop the pipe dream, Finon. No one wants to see you fall, but...
Their mere presence will endanger the holy city and the flames.
You know that I don't believe...
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy. I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request of Aglaya. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect. That's all. The tragedy at the Grove must never happen again.
Take a seat. Since you are sincerely seeking, I suppose I can tell you one.
Yes, tell me. Tell me, please. So I can go beat this thing, and then inherit the Titan of Strife.
What's wrong, Trian? Nothing. Just a monster in the black cloak. Don't be scared. Trian threw it away. We got back safe from the grove because of you, Trian. You were the reason the flame chased... Sorry, Trian. For the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow, first, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to present the full truth to
Ooh,
everyone.
you're gonna get your memories back?
Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan. Also, remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the lucid hour. Oh, yes! Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before we meet. Saffron? Huh, it's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisopolis. If we are to replicate memories, we need to use something that has experienced those days.
Yeah, this is getting very interesting. I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen when they restore their fragmented memories.
And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made. I see. It's like... But it abyss. After all, we will have to give it a try. In our current state... Leave it to Trian. In any case, I remember that aged saffron is preserved and... Let's be on the lookout as we go.
Ooh, mail. Another 600 jades? Don't mind if I do. gladly take another 600 jades. Is there anything else going on right now? There is not. Cool. Yeah, why is the Black Tide talking to us now?
Aggie? No. Wow, this room is huge. Trina, did you? Yeah, I saw it. What are you two whispering about? Trian can't even hear our own telecom. Well, never mind. Trian suddenly feels like this place is.
Uh-oh.
There's a whiff of safari in this room. It's right over there.
Uh-oh. This is not good.
Over here.
Someone's biting the dust.
Trian, slow down.
Even if separation is our fate, a futile death is not the solution.
Right here. Wait. Wait. Isn't that... Could it be? Is it possible that... But why haven't they said Oryx has the whims of a child? Come on. This isn't the right time to be playing games.
Oh, Castrus. Yeah, this is getting...
Are these visions? Trinan!
This is getting a little, too much.
Coming! But what? Huh? I swear! Trinan! We were just lost in our thoughts. So what you saw was likely... Okay. Could Oryx be trying to make us falter? Something feels off. What do you mean? It might just be an illusion. Is Oryx really putting us through?
It feels like it could be from the Black Tide, though, as well.
Still no luck finding any safari. I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince Oryx.
Yeah, something tells me this is not gonna go down the way that... Uh-oh.
Look at this! So cool! It's really quiet in here. Do all Titans live in dark places like this?
Uh-oh. This is not good. This is not good.
What's going on? Oryx!
We might have a problem on our hands.
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the Black Tide, but is also hunting?
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Second, let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. I hypothesize that the blade can sense, absorb. The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather...
So it's plundering, but if your argument holds up, wouldn't they be headed to Akama soon? The vortex of Genesis is full.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Weaver for now. If my presumption holds, that person has three targets. The first target is me. The second target is Oryx, who hasn't yet fallen. And the third is Akuma and the Vortex of Genesis. But I suspect Akuma won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain should be able to block out any external.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored.
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. Can you fly?
No, I can't.
Can that Swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if they do?
If they had wings, I wouldn't have made it out of the grove.
That's a relief.
Okay, yes, this is gonna be, okay, so we are gonna get close to the end.
With the distances between Akuma, the grove, and these potential targets, I believe we should bolster our...
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. This is not good.
No response at all. Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or...
Uh-oh.
Treeby, we should leave. This temple has other people in it. What? Oh. Listen. Footsteps. Fast ones. 3 or 4 people coming this way.
Uh-oh.
Come on, we need to hide.
Uh-oh.
Trinan, come check this out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Tran feels like...
Uh-oh. That's because it is familiar. We're getting ready to fight this guy round 2. Uh-oh.
Treeby. See you tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Yep, she sacrificed herself. No.
Little Gray.
We only saw the 2 of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Danny and I looked around. What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course we were still too late. I fear something bad has happened to Orynyx's core flame.
Then Lady Trian. She doesn't have much divine power left.
That you're both safe is already... Everyone, we must take action now. The other group will come with me to pursue the Black Swordmaster and recover the core flame. I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide. I'll tell you the details as we move.
Yeah, so you've already made preparations. Yep. Alright. That guy was a pain in the ass to fight the first time. I will let you know. I will have you know.
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows finally. I understand that Swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you charge in without a plan, I fear that you won't be the only one who dies.
I understand. I have indeed planned to return.
Alright, let's go find on.
And discuss the strategy with Aglaya.
Renan will stay in the abyss too. That way, both sides can communicate.
Thank you, everyone.
Alright, let's go. We got a rescue to stage.
We're back, Aglaya.
You should have come to me first, Finan.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy. Akuma's...
I know. It's beyond my imagination that the only 2 titans humankind can still rely on fell in such quick succession. I've never seen the golden thread pulled this taut, as if it could snap. Finan, tell us your plan. Time.
Yep, let's go explain the plan that you and Anoxis came up with.
This being is not just hunting titans.
just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we...
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the Core Flame, then that means us humans can lure it. Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Cersei's Core Flame while we were on our way to the Abyss. So he...
Tell me, what makes you think this won't end with us losing another Core Flame?
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also... She is the key.
He's like, I knew it. Of course, it's gotta be me.
We need your other...
Ma'am, do you mean...
I see. Fine, and that battlefield you mentioned, is it Castrum Crimnos?
Yes. I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with her companion during the battle with Nikador, and how they awakened Castrum Crim. That will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's power to once again open a passage to the past, and lure. Then we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Impressive. Orynyx has fallen, and Yanis's divine power already belongs to Arkema. Once we take back the Core Flame, the Swordmaster is very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength. Can you do it, little one?
It might be possible.
Such enthusiasm. By the way, the Council of Elders declared a state of emergency when Treeby went missing. Kynus and her following have heard tell of the incident at the Grove, and are galvanizing support in secret. I fear she'll make her move before the next...
What are they plotting?
That short-sighted
Very,
politician likely believes
very good
Kynus'
question.
plans have outlived their usefulness, and is making preparations for her next step. But that's a problem for another day. I've sent Casterus ahead to the council.
Yeah, something tells me the council is going to make a really, really regrettable mistake that we're going to have to clean up.
It is my hope we can come to an understanding on this. We must take down the Flame Reaver in one go, and retrieve the Core Flame. And in doing so, grant ourselves an advantage against the
Also,
Council of Elders.
can I just say, like, the length of a lot of these story quests is kind of insane, too. Like, they shouldn't need to be that long. In my opinion. To be able to get the point across.
Of course. You may count on me to lead the charge.
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but...
I mean, we don't really have a lot of options.
Enemies from within and without.
Don't sweat it. It's what I'm here for.
The situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you. That being said, you are the key to our success, and I shall...
I may not be as masterful as Trian when it comes to the Century Gate. But even I can open a nice big gate if I have enough time.
Okay, so you're gonna use the gate. Okay, let's do it.
Whether we can take back the Core Flame, that will be up to an...
Based on what I know of him, I'll be honest, we can't. But the Flame Reaver will have to step over my dead body if they wish to do you harm.
We are grateful to you for your aid. May carefully sharpen our
Alright,
gaze
let's
and
go.
grant us
Let's get it done. I get the feeling someone's dying here, though. Too many death flags.
You mean Mighty? He's dealing with a different problem.
I'll bet. I'll bet he's dealing with a different problem.
That man would never miss out on this fight.
Farewell, my dear friend.
He's gonna take the Titan of Strife. He's gonna take the core Flame of Strife. That's probably what he's gonna do.
We are both the same. We feast on strife and fear.
Not exactly. You're wrong, old man.
If you're truly capable of leading our people,
I'm nothing like you.
sustained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Moss.
Now, time for me to show my resolve. For my people. Night, Mighty.
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
We barely had to fight at all so far.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination is... turns out to be cast from Kremna.
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just the opposite. You can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle up.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonus. That's the name of the legendary mountain dweller, right?
Excuse me. Alright.
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways. Cartonus told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion.
Okay.
Spent their days quarrying and gathering, living a simple and peaceful life away from strife.
Seclusion. So you're gonna live somewhere in seclusion? Is that the plan for your people?
But Geocles is different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain. They're safe, but home Trump culture was like fetters around him.
Hmm.
He sounds a lot like you.
I think that's kind of the point. Fine on.
Yes, that is why he too faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, he spied a battalion of Ladonians stationed at the foot of the mountain.
Okay, is this going anywhere, Mighty? I'm actually curious.
The Ladonians were at war with their archenemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, who had taught himself the common tongue, approached a soldier, he learned a shocking piece of news.
Okay, and that news was?
Were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe.
Okay.
Please quickly return to his village to bring the news to his people.
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
Exactly. Or is it the opposite?
That's right. The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home. Despite the imminent war, the elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving the mountains. This made Geocles both angry and sad.
I can imagine. Because he was trying to save their lives.
They didn't give up. If you were in his shoes, what would you have done?
The same thing, more than likely. Knowing fine on.
Might people on a resistance, perhaps? I'm not sure. I can't think of a solution that would make everyone happy.
That's also true, you can't please everyone.
A solution that would make everyone happy. That's how naive we are. Well, he took the mountain dweller's store of gemstones, traded them with the Ladonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, he set ablaze the forest surrounding the settlement, forcing his people to flee the mountain. That great fire marks the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people...
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune.
If they're gonna make the story super, super long, they've got to add more fights. If they're gonna make it longer.
They were hunted by Kremnoans who were enslaved.
They gotta add more, like, fights and more skirmishes to kind of break up the story a little bit, break up the monotony.
That is Geocles for you. It's simply because he took
Maybe that's just me.
with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him, nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes. Then,
And that's what you want to do.
Haven't you?
Yep.
I'll be leaving Akama soon to fight the great darkness of this world. And to shoulder Nikador's destiny. So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, that I stand opposed to the flame chase, remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot. And the only way to kill me.
So he does have a weakness.
You have my word.
Kind of like the Achilles, whose weakness was his Achilles tendon. This is Mighty Mo's Achilles tendon. Or Mighty Mo's kryptonite, I guess.
Go now. Battlefield calls. Send that flame-thieving hyena to their death. If you find yourselves with no other recourse, afraid of that blade in the sky. Loudly call out the name of God.
All right then, let's go. We got battles to do. We're waging a war on multiple fronts here.
That's the sound of an all-out war. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just...
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
No way. A Kremnoan. I didn't think she'd manage to send the Kremnoans to assist.
And Ackerman?
What? Didn't Deglaya tell you? We have been instructed to assist.
Deglaya, our king, will be back soon. You...
Force the curse in his throat, refusing to escape. So later he cultivated his body drifting towards the abode of that. Okay, so he died.
The Kremnoans really are just like rest in peace.
Yep.
May your glory...
Right, so we got the Kremnoans here.
Stream forward. Lean forward blades.
We're almost there.
Alright, time to fight.
Once we take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must rest. We'll be up to...
Remember what Mighty said before?
I wonder if they're gonna end up stealing my
Distractions.
Stellaron.
Let's go, partner. Today?
Finally.
Does he have a gun? Does he have a gun blade?
Pent in the memories of the dead! Executioner!
Does Anaxa have like a gun or a sword or a gun blade?
Any later, and I fear the Titan would have sacrificed you.
Frail child of humanity, 'tis more effort keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the world.
Step up, let's see
You know
him!
nothing of the weight. Survive.
Alright, let's go.
Destroy. There is no other choice.
Oh, this guy's got 2 health bars.
Nice, like a good night, friend. Indulge yourselves!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It ain't over.
This war return to the victory.
Firefly type sets in the seas of flame!
Torment.
Desperate for oblivion.
Stand down.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
That's all you got?
Uh-oh.
Return to the
Oi, there goes Welt. There goes Welt.
Take them out!
Oh, what a spirited display, deliverer.
Ooh. 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 Yeah, this is not good.
Like fun till everything...
This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Yep, I knew it. I knew I was gonna die. Because of course. Sucks having to do it on fucking casual mode, but it's the only way I can fucking do it because my characters are weak as shit.
Would have sacrificed me.
Frail child of humanity, it is more effort keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the world. Another journey begins.
Leave it to me. You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
This is more fight to live!
This war
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Timely treatment.
I weep for the departed.
Alright, let's go.
It too shall fall.
Second time's the charm.
Let's begin.
Fire sets in the sea, aflame!
Return to the victory.
They're trying to overwhelm us with nothing. Split up, take them out!
Oh, what a spirited display, deliverer.
That's what you got. It ain't over.
Another journey begins.
You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed.
Alright, let's go, Welt. Come on.
There is no other choice.
In the mood for another beating? Nice, like a good, my friends.
Heal up. Thank you.
Indulge yourselves! Step up, let's see ya.
I weep for the departed.
Come on, Acheron. I am half tempted to get Acheron's Light Cone, by the way. That is another thing that I am tempted to do. Oh, did he open up a rift?
How embarrassing. You didn't come down from the sky?
The city is mine anyway. Why shouldn't I go through the front door?
I figured Mighty Most would show up. It was just a matter of when.
King of the Kremnoan Legion.
Long time no see, Mikador.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes!
Still waters of liquid.
This is more than a battle set in the sea, aflame!
Leave it to me. Stand down.
In the mood for another beating?
Fire for fight, to live!
Free will.
Such petty tricks.
Destined for oblivion.
Alright, let's go, Acheron.
I weep for the departed.
Get him.
It too shall fall.
Let's begin.
Step up, let's...
Vanity leads to self-destruction.
Okay, so you actually speak. Uh-oh. I don't like the look of that. I don't like the look of that attack.
Opener to the ceremony. We honor the great choice. I grant you the honor of sharing your final resting place with Kremnos' departed hero.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Yeah, something tells me that if this is an actual fight later, that this could be a problem. This is a weekly boss.
It's time to end this.
Ooh, another cutscene. Getting all sorts of cutscenes this time around. All sorts of cutscenes this time around. Okay, why couldn't Mighty's kit be like this?
Right. Heed my call. I am the Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs.
Ooh, he straight up hit him with the actual lance. Look at that, it looks like it's raining blood almost. Okay, this I like.
Witness this. The new god has come to Castrum Kronos.
I mean, he stepped up for his people, that's for sure.
Look! Warriors have returned!
Are the rumors true?
As the Council of Elders said, we face a dangerous threat. Yet the Chrysos heirs are...
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremnoan at the end.
They did. Why not? It's their god anyway.
What a noisy crowd.
This, doesn't feel right.
Yeah, that was a pretty good showing from Mighty Most, though. That was a good showing, in my opinion.
Orynyx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many a convenience from the path.
What they don't know is that the Titan didn't do all of that of its own. Regardless, the Titan has fallen. We must surrender Orynyx's core flame.
A meeting with that woman again so soon?
Professor Anaxa, why don't matters that require Aglaya's attention are piling up? You two meeting again will...
Yeah, the Council is definitely gonna use this against them.
Just try to stay on your best behavior, if you know what I mean.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city.
I mean,
The price of
that's
having a
true.
living in my head, I suppose. Don't worry, I don't want trouble
I mean, they don't get along.
Differences in ideology.
He doesn't get along with anybody, let's be fair here.
That's putting it lightly. Don't worry, you'll figure out the intricacies of...
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Orynyx's core flame. So I'll be off.
Alright then, yep, go talk to your people.
Feels like D has closed himself off even more after he completed his...
Yeah, a lot has happened. You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Treeby. Did Trinon bring news?
Yes. She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. They also found he was no better than a corpse when Trinon and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height. All to free Trian's body from the clutches of the Black Rope.
What a brave soul.
Yes, it's Crateros.
Cratera? Wait, Mighty's sort of right-hand man, his mentor? So he did end up...
If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and blood as it is will not survive more than a...
Valorous death before glorious return. As a Kremnoan,
She's lost her divinity. But answer me this, child of strife.
as the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield. And I've done this over and over. Hundred, a pathetic killer like you could never understand the... Good. Supreme glory shall be mine, as I indulge in the libations and incense.
So he's still lived by his people's traditions. Okay.
Let us fight for Peremptorius.
More or less, but he did kind of step up too, I won't lie.
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today...
But Lady Aglaya, I don't understand. It wasn't life, it's why does she look like she really turned into a doll?
Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trienne has used up her borrowed time from Yanis, that's all. Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying...
If a world like that, does that mean everyone from the Grove is there?
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Chrysos heirs is the voice of Kethely before it fell silent. It loves all of its creations dearly, and would never...
And this sucks. I knew one of them was gonna die.
What about the new veteran? How is he doing?
He didn't make it either.
Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last. I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Akama for good... No.
Oh, so he did make it. Yeah, so he did make it. Kind of. Alright. Fine on.
The hour is upon us. Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils. Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us.
You've returned unscathed and brought tidings of triumph. Truly a moment worthy of celebration.
What are we sitting at right now? 5,000? Yeah, that's still not going to be enough. That's not going to be anywhere near close to enough.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nikador's core flame not so long ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that you and your friends arrived.
You could say this is the true face of history. I do not see a Naxa around. Was this under your instructions?
No, this is a personal preference.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I stand corrected.
Letting you two go at it endlessly.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a cool... I do concur with your assessment of efficiency there. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The more urgent matter is the core flame of Orynyx. The Chrysos heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity. But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown every...
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to... But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Orynyx...
Finan, Castrus, Mighty, and Hyacinth. Trebi and I devoted a millennium scouring the world. Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity. The elite among the Chrysos heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation without first yet we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different from sentencing them to the gallows.
Truly a dilemma.
Yeah. How about letting her give it a try?
So wait, you want me to take one of the core flames? I don't know if that's going to be such a good idea, but I mean, we can try it.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too.
It simply put my life in that priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. But this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel. My blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have merged with it. I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed. You've realized the aspirations of every former king of the now. You can at last bring out...
Yeah, about that.
What? Over 2 millennia past, devotees of Nikador's might...
He's like, yeah, no, we're not going home.
...erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremnoans have served as the blades wielded by the god of war. Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed, only to be trampled upon. The city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition, mere anthills that can be crushed with a single touch in the eyes of the Titan.
Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years with mere words?
That pride holds little significance, Krateros.
Yeah.
Now that I've assumed the
Too bad.
Strife will be to renounce the title of king.
No!
Yep. I renounce my claim to the throne.
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
Do not do this, Mighty Mos.
I'm doing it.
I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mighty Mos, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorgo, do hereby proclaim the Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
No. I am granting you...
What is this?
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship. And I now imbue it with a fresh significance. Take it, and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mighty Mos. I will send you no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However,
Yeah, he's not gonna do this.
a city you once observed with indifferent...
You're basically a traitor to your people now. They're never going to accept this.
Cruel fate awaits Amphorius. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem,
I don't know how well your feelings are gonna get through, Mighty Mos. Or Mighty, sorry.
Yet, you shall tread the only path out. One that leads to a break.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. It's not the lot of humans who crave the power of gods and spiral into madness for it. Humans who stand ready to raise their shields high.
I failed to save that child.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for it. What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded.
The one who persuaded Aglaya to set me free that night. Was that you, Mighty Most?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession.
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the Flame Chase journey.
And what is next, Mighty? Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong. To fulfill my the madness that has plagued Nikador and the darkness that has
Yeah, props to Mighty Most. I have to give it to Mighty. He really stepped up for his people.
It's now my turn to fight. There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go.
He really stepped up. I'm actually proud of this man.
You're here, Mighty Mouse.
Yep, I am.
It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided us no bounds.
Nah, that's what I do.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one step at a time. Furthermore, you are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the promise you made to me.
Throughout my time in the Holy City,
Yeah, you've learned quite a bit.
valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership, adaptability to change. Yet,
This is character growth, character progression.
I realize the truly remarkable quality you possess.
And what is it?
It's the magnetic allure in your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly. Just they strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere alignment. That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
I am truly honored to hear that. And now, Mighty Mouse, you have risen as the most powerful demigod in the world. How do you intend to wield this newfound...
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion, and become the strongest bulwark for Amphorius to defend against the Black Tide. I will secure enough time for the Flame Chase journey, until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle of Genesis.
Mighty Mouse, a new chapter awaits Amphorius.
Yep.
Yet,
Again, props to Mighty Most.
the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as you shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the others.
What's the reason for the...
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of their life.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers. So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, my...
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
I mean, his weakness is his back.
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze. Joined the Flame Chase journey in the first place.
We saw something similar in that one trailer I was telling you about. The one Castro short, where I think it is foreshadowing potential deaths of all of the Chrysos heirs.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate, and may we reunite in the promise.
Again, I really wish I hadn't seen or watched that short, because now I feel like the entire story might be kind of spoiled.
Farewell, mighty.
Alright, let's go see Don Hung, see what he's saying.
Outlanders. If all goes according to plan. That means a lot to me. How about you let me... Are you thinking about... saying... Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of it. With this departure, I fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you both to watch my back? And to... You have my gratitude. Yes?
Yeah, for March. For March.
Well, feels peculiar with this one. I wish the same.
Gotta make sure to get plenty of pictures for March, considering she couldn't be here with us for these momentous occasions. Let's go see Fine On next. And this should wrap this one up. Oh, here's Fine On. I was wondering where he was at.
Is Lady Trebios not here?
Lord Mighty!
You're welcome.
My gratitude.
I can...
I've heard about what happened at the Grove.
Far too much about death and grief recently. To quote Lady...
That's a valid point.
Well, I must say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
You should prepare yourself as humanity has already taken hold of strife. And one day, you'll also reach...
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, couldn't conquer the...
Even your good rapport with the demigods. You should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mighty. Rest assured, if fate has truly selected me... Right. You are here looking for Lady Treeby and Lady Trina, no?
No need. I've already been...
You've been...
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos, fight against the Black Tide.
Oh.
On second thought, there is something that I'd like you to help me
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty. I'll make sure to convey every...
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. With a single message, the Lance of Fury will target anyone.
Alright then.
The prince is here! Run! Hold on! Lord
Lord Mightimos isn't the prince anymore. He's now the guardian of him.
What's going on?
Okay, that was a little weird, I won't lie.
We salute the guardian of Euphorius.
We salute.
Be dedicated.
Farewell.
It's been...
I should have known.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. See those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone to... Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word?
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you, but ended up running into the...
Oh, that's quite a... We better not leave them waiting too, don't you think?
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here, perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think I see more than just the Kremnoan.
I'm thinking maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name. How about the god of solidarity or preservation? Donghang.
Preservation? I don't think so.
All right. It's about time for us to part ways. Any final goodbyes you want to share?
Yeah, let's hear it, Mighty. Come on, don't be shy. Let it all out, pal.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem?
You know what? You sound just like Aglaia at this moment, but you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion...
I can see through your deception, even without the power of mind.
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expressions?
Yes and no.
Well, with that said, thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy.
No, this triumph brings no delight. Or does it signify closure? You understand that more than me.
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery, but maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be...
I know I'm being a little quiet right now. I'm just trying not to talk over dialogue.
Even with the divine, can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that... Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. Make sure emptiness and bitterness are the flavors you know.
Do I dare try and get Castris tonight? Do I dare? Do I dare?
Behind you.
I might have just enough. I'm not entirely sure, though.
I will keep that in...
I have a final favor.
Look after the Kremnoians. Yep.
While assimilating into Akama. It is my...
Do not worry. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan language is really missing that...
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a meat butt. If there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my life.
Yeah, he's not happy.
I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay on...
Yes. Same goes for you. May triumph always be yours.
Why do I feel like he's not coming back? Like he might be the next one getting like dying.
right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet?
Well... who knows?
You.
Get up, my son. Yes, Mother. Mother, there's something I want... What is it, Mightymouse? Why must we learn to fight? It is for glory and honor, my son. For Kremno... Is that really...
The way it is, Mom.
What makes you say so?
Because you don't...
You're right, Mightymouse. I once believed those words, without question. Until your father cast you into the Sea of Souls. It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utter. I no longer put my faith in any oath or that of your mother, Mightymouse.
Alright.
That dream always ends there. Gradaros said that shortly after my fall into the sea. My mother challenged my father to a duel. She died through father's treachery, and yet each night she would show up, waiting. But now, I think I end now. It is time for this journey to reach its end.
Yeah, Mighty Mo, you might be dying here. This might be Mighty Mose's death.
We've got fresh pomegranate juice.
Welcome
Want to
back.
try some?
We meet again, Your
Well, the show must go on, as they say.
How was your training?
Ooh, say, come and check out what I just wrote.
Mighty Mouse. Did you just come back from training?
It's been a while.
You at the festival.
Welcome home, Mightymouse.
Bro, this feels cruel. Kind of. Okay, I like this. This is epic.
The son of Thorgo will be drowned in blood! The son of Thorgo will be drowned in blood!
Well, there's his throne.
Mother.
Like, come at me. I'm waiting. I'm right here. Step up to the throne if you think you're feeling brave enough. Yep. He's like, I'm here, I'm waiting on my throne, come at me. Epic. Absolutely epic.
We smell sunlight and the wind of Akuma. This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, Trianne?
Lady Trianne.
Take it easy, Cass. Departure is a part of life. It's just that ours isn't as tumultuous as it is for ordinary folks.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Started our journey. Yanis had already
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and get Castris, hopefully. I'm gonna try it. I might not be able to get her weapon, though. I do want to try to get her Lycone, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able. Do not know if I'm gonna be able.
It's only natural for us to follow the same path since we inherited their destiny. destiny.
If you don't mind, Treeby, are you still willing to unveil that past for us? The past regarding the prophecy?
What do you seek to learn, Snow?
Mighty-Mos has left the city to face his own fate. That is, the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our past to follow the same path. So, what I want to know is, as Amphorius' first demigod, what compelled you to take the first step, and what has sustained you to make it this far without looking back? Despite the fracturing of your body and the numerous departures you have endured.
All right.
Teacher, are you?
D is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go, everyone. Let's go to the Abyss of Fate and see how it used to be. That's great. Thank you. Trinan.
Treeby, are you not coming with us?
I want to stay here with Trian for a bit longer.
I see.
Since you have made your decision, then let's proceed and see you later, teacher.
Alright, we're getting Triby's past.
Yes. Are you not?
No. I'd prefer to remain. She hated being alone.
What's this?
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally.
Oh. So...
Yes. I figured Lady Trian
recognized it immediately that day.
Then...
It's just that Trian had forgotten far more things than us. She forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate, according to the traditions of our... No need to apologize, Cass. At that time, I
Damn it, now you're making me feel awful.
by our past, especially considering how much time had passed since we left it now.
All shall bid farewell to one. And that person, while you and I have long accepted this absurd fate, they remain teacher. Don't let the weight of that cruel prophecy...
But it would be even more cruel if we allow them to ignorantly fall before the gates of the... They will eventually need to know the truth. We just need this. To me...
You getting the cutscene again?
So, this is how the Temple of the...
At this point, Yanisopolis still resides under Aquila's protection. Yet it is already fated for decline.
Is it because Amphorius...
Yes. Strife remains distant from this part of Amphorius right now. But in 5 years' time, at the same entry hour, this temple will be...
Then, where are you?
Right over there.
Why does she look...
It's because we don't quite recall how we...
Oh, my apologies.
Please don't. We should be the ones apologizing. It's time to witness our last conversation with... You're here, Oryx. This is our memory. So your senses are also aligned with the Trebios of that...
Yeah, her older form, right? When she was still an adult.
False prophecy, huh? So you still...
But the black tide has already arrived, and Yanis remains in slumber. If even the god of passages, known for guiding mortals, cannot resist this catastrophe, then what can we do against the incomes? Those chosen by fate would never have their family taken from them. And how can I alone remain safe and secure while watching the entire world crumble before...
This might be our last conversation, Orynyx.
The family.
It's our mother. She fell from the spot into the valley. It was during a grand ceremony held to seek Yanis. Things took an unexpected turn. It was Kefali who...
Did something go wrong?
Yes, but those two occurrences were in fact unrelated.
Okay.
Kefali's response was simply a coincidence. On that frosty night with treachery abound, as the holy maiden of Yanisopolis met her demise, the world-bearing titan also fell in another corner of the world. Let's keep up with her. This story.
That thing ahead.
It's the altar of Talantin. But that's not our destination.
Alright. I think I'm gonna call it here. However, I would like to see... Okay, I don't have anything to claim right now. I would like to see if I can get casters before we go. I'm going to attempt it. Actually, wait. Hold on. Do I have enough? I do not. Alright. 110 pole away. Possibly? Okay, nope. That's 110 pole down. Okay, I mean, I'll take another Pela Constellation. I do kinda use Pela for an Acheron team, so... Another 10 pull away. Okay, I heard a Constellation. 4. Yeah, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. Yeah, it's not looking good. Well, I guess we're calling it here. We did not get Castris, but a couple more 10 pulls, and I'm pretty sure we're getting there, so... There's that. I didn't think we were going to get her. It never fails. Anytime I want a character bad enough, I always have to go to hard pity for it. Which is very unfortunate.
Divine inspiration? It's only several thousand ideas racing through my mind every minute.
And that was my last Pela Constellation. So now I have Pela, so Pela's... Okay. Well, on that note, we're gonna call it quits for today.